Hello and welcome to another day in the Milky Way. Thank you all for coming. It's going to be a good night. We're going to have Zig Zag Zilla on but he ain't here right now. So we're just awaiting and we'll be, hopefully he'll be here soon. But in the meantime, we're going to talk about all kinds of good things for a healthy you, things you can do. And we're going to talk about all that kind of good stuff. So tonight, I got a new book on, it's called Edible Wild Plants, The Complete Guide, the Department of the Army. Definitely a good one that's going to be. We're going to review it. It's got a lot of pictures. And it talks about edible wild plants. As you can see, it's got all kinds of good pictures in there that you can look at. Hey, and we got Travis in the house and Delaney Pearl Jones. My gosh, Delaney, I'm going to have you on another one of these days. When you got your computer working, because by gosh, when you get your computer working and you got some good internet, I'm going to have you on again. So let me know. Just let me know. Anyway, a lot of these plants I've been going through are things that you have in your own backyard. In case the world ever goes to crap and you gotta, oh, Travis has got that book. Awesome. Yes, this is from the Department of the Army. And I also got The Magic and Medicine of Plants. So that one's really good too. It's got all these good pictures in of the different plants that you can look at. I'm sure some of you have seen some of these plants before, especially that one. What a random choice. Go figure. How many of you seen that one before? Oh my. Hey, Lucky Stone and Michelle Can-Am Free, much love to you all. Isby, greetings to you. Anyway, so tonight we're going to go through some of that while we're waiting for Zig Zag Zilla. He might have been caught up in stuff or been busy. We don't know at the moment, but we're going to wing it. We're going to wing it until he gets here. Let's see. So anyway, this starts out as the edibility of plant. Oops, there we go. I better do it this way. Edibility of plants. I have that book, Magic Medicine of Plants. Yes, I got that book too. Isn't that a great book, Lucky? Anyway, I got several books here. I also got this one here. And we're going to go through some of this probably with David Null. This here, I find this very interesting. And there's Nina. Nina, hey, how you doing? Look at this. I got The Medicine Way. You guys are all going to like this. How to Live the Teachings of the Native American Medicine Wheel. So we're going to check out all of these tonight. We're going to just kind of, you know, it's got good sketches in there too. You know, talking about people and things like that. There's a lot of reading. This is you know, for being the Medicine Way book, this talks about your Kundalini. And we're going to go through a little bit of that. I should mark that page because I want to come back to that. I got these cool little markers. If you ever get a chance, get these cool little markers. And they're like pieces of tape with little things on them. You know, human power centers. Well, this is going to be really good because not only being healthy is being healthy in the body, but you got to be healthy in your spirit and your soul. and you, or whichever comes first. And when you have all of those in alignment, that's when you function at your highest vibration of some sort or something like that. So anyway, while we're waiting for, I think this is kind of interesting. How many of you want to hear about the human power centers? See, it says we can return to the center, this time to consider a hidden part of the human anatomy, the power centers. Place a green center stone in front of you. Yes, there. Well, there we go with the crystals. I mean, how many of you got some crystals or green stones, or they smudge yourself? See, this is where it gets in with the magic stuff. Smudge yourself and the area around you. Relax and create your own mind space. And center yourself. Make notes of any relevant thoughts that come to your mind as you contemplate the following. Now that is pretty good. Anyway, we got, oh, hey, Witchy Moon's in the house. Shout out to you. And David Castle. Hey, buddy, how you doing? Emperor Rex is in the house. It's all good. Yeah. Anyway, let's see. While we're waiting here, you know, but anyway, oops, I can do that. I don't have anything to share. But yeah, let's me see what I can do here. No, that ain't what I want to do. I'm doing stuff, people. Yeah. Huh. Well. Nope, that ain't it at all. Okay, let's see. I'm doing stuff. Just be patient, everybody. Oh, there we go. Now things are working. We're having fun. You just gotta love it, people. Get a cookie. That's not a cookie. Does it help you? Okay. I'm trying to read up there on everybody. I just wanted to say thank you for all coming. If you got any questions about some of this stuff, let me know. Okay, we're talking about the Human Power Center, your Human Power Center. And if I can, I'm gonna try to find something here, and that will you know, be the Human Power Center like I'm talking about. I got a picture of it. Don't you worry, I can share a screen because I'm that kind of guy that can do that kind of stuff. You know, well, I don't know if that one goes, or I got a better one here somewhere. I put it somewhere. I don't know where it is, but I got it. So just bear with me here. Now that one's probably the best. Okay, this will make it all more relevant anyway if I show you a picture of stuff, because pictures speak a million words. You know what I'm saying? Pictures are everything when it comes to describing stuff. Yeah, I guess that's the only one I got of that. I know I thought I had more, but hey, that's all there is. Okay, I shrink that, and then I shrink this, and then I'm going to share the screen. Now you just watch. Okay, and we're going to go to this. There you go. There's our centers I was talking about. Instead of showing the little picture, I got the whole thing up there. Okay, now I'm going to go on. This is about your Human Power Center. The shaman picked the flower, and by looking at it, confirm that the ancient wisdom, as you can too, that the whole of creation works like a flower, developing from the unseen to the seed, from seed to growth, from growth to bud, from bud to bloom, from bloom to seed, and from seed to unseen again. From invisible cause to visible effect, from unity to diversity, from center to circumvents and back again. He was aware that there was a vital cosmic energy that was a constant motion and which was absorbed by the breath. And the life energy was taken in with the breath and was vital for the functioning not only of the physical body, but for the other subtle bodies of which the human being was composed. So if you really look at it, you got this, and you got the breath, your breath, you know, is what if you stop breathing, you know, you're just not going to have things going on. You know what I'm saying? You gotta breathe. It's basically saying, you know, breathing is function. You know how many people really don't breathe right? Are you people breathing shallow? Do you breathe shallow? Do you ever take in deep breaths? Deep breaths. You know what I'm talking about? Remember Sarah Horton? We had her on there, and she was talking about stretching and these deep breaths that you should be taking, you know, and stretching your arms, you know. Remember, we were stretching. Here, I gotta put something on that so I don't lose my page. But you know, we were stretching and stretching, you know, do the and stretch out, stretch your hands. It keeps your hands open and free, you know. It's part of being alive, people. It's part of being alive. Jackie J's in the house. And Project Skyfalls, thank you for coming. Anyway, let's see. Yeah, David Castle, I sent you a link in case you decide you want to come on, in case Zig Zag doesn't make it. If you want to pop in and be a co-host for a while, I'd appreciate it. Anyway, some Amerindian tribes called the vital force mana. Western mystics who are aware of this same cosmic energy have usually referred to it by the Sanskrit word prana. And in the East, it is known by the Chinese as chi, by the Japanese as ki. Yeah, Reiki, you know, that's what Sarah Horton was always talking about. She did the Reiki, or was it a Reiki or something like that? I don't remember exactly. But anyway, if you guys could fill me in on that and you remember it, let me know. But it's all about your centering, you know, it's centering yourself. Here, I'm gonna pop that back up so you can look at this and see how you're centering. See the pole? There's your third eye on the top. That's your top. That's your third eye. That's your brain. That's what's taking, you're trying to take in all that information. And then there's that pole down the center. That's your center. And all of those chakras have to be centered on the pole. It just makes sense, doesn't it? The principal vehicle for this mana or prana is not the physical body, however, but the energy body, which vitalizes the physical body and the nervous and endocrine systems. The vital force is drawn in from the cosmic reservoir with the breath. Remember, breathing. Much as a fish extracts oxygen from water in which it is immersed, it's absorbed into the energy body and refined through the chakras before it being distributed to the physical and subtle bodies. See, you need the oxygen. See that line down there? That's probably your breath, the breath of life. You know, somebody knows this stuff. You know, I'm putting it together just as good as you, and this is very interesting. So breathe, people. It's free to breathe. They haven't taxed us out of that yet. The essence of all life is in what the Amerindian shaman regarded as the divine breath, and sometimes referred to it as the breath of the invisible. Breath is air, so air, it was concluded, contains the vitality of life. The breath of life is thus an aerial form substance which contains within it the very vital force, which encapsulates the very essence from which all matter is ultimately formed and from which arises the building blocks of physical manifestation. So there you go. Anybody got anything to say on that? I'll tell you. So you know, you can only hold your breath so long, and then you pass out and die pretty much. Now, don't be going try and hold your breath and pass out and die on me. I want you to finish the show. Then you can do whatever you want. But anyhow, the point is, so anyway, the point is you want to breathe. So who can tell me what other important things you need to live? You got air. You need air. You can't, you know, because some of those people think they're breathinarians. You ever hear of a breathinarian? A breathinarian says they don't eat food. They just live on air. I don't think that's possible to just live on air. But you'd have to really convince me of that one. But you need air, and you need water, and you need food. Now, those three things, correct me if I'm wrong, but you have air, and water has air in it. You know, H2O, oxygen and hydrogen. You know, hence H2O. You get it? Anyway, so it's literally air in water. Water is like condensed air. So you need the water, you need the air, and then you need the food to live. Now you can go the longest without food because your body stores food. The thing is, what is food? Food was made from air and water and some minerals, and then you consume them. So even by consuming food, you're consuming what was made from air and water and a few minerals. Go figure that. Let's get on with this. With each inhalation of breath, it is taken into the energy body through vertical tubular channels. In Western esoteric circles, these are usually referred to as nadis, or a word borrowed from the Hatha yoga of the East. There are three major nadis located in the energy body in a line that corresponds to the spinal column of the physical body. I'm going to go back to the share screen, people, because there we go again. Now look at that picture there. The one, I'm going to read this again. One extends from the chakra near the base of the spine to the position at the crown of the head. The two others are entwined around the central nadi and weave in and out between the chakras. And there you go. See the center spine with the third eye, and they weave in and out the red and the blue. Pretty simple. The nadi starting at the right side carries the positive current, and the nadi starting at the left side carries the negative current. Hey, you know, I think that's the right and left sides of the brain, and then you got the, you know, positive and negative charge. Hey, you know, you're like a big battery. Oh, did you ever watch Matrix? Your batteries, people, wake up. They weave from side to side on the central nadi. The positive from the physical. Oh, the positive and negative nadis are linked, and with the nostrils, and extract aesthetic substance from the physical air. The two currents of energy cross at points between the revolving chakras, where the energies are absorbed and distributed. 7 of these power centers are located vertically and roughly in line with the spinal column. The base of the spine chakra, the sacral solar plexus, your heart, your throat, brow, and crown chakras. There are 3 other major chakras, one located beneath the feet. The root chakra, one between the ankles, the feet chakra, and one at the base of the brain. The root and crown chakras fulfill purposes concerning the polarity and flow of the auroric energies surrounding the physical body. The other 8 are arranged in an octave in accordance with the universal laws of harmonics, the structure of cycles of 8. The law is at the foundation of the medicine wheel teachings and those of the 8-spoke circle of Western and Eastern esoteric traditions. This arrangement also indicates that the root and crown chakras are in different dimensions from 8 other major chakras. So there you go. Well, I hope you guys are learning something from that. I think this is really super interesting. Yes, Lucky Stone, you're right. You are right. And so is Wayne. We feed on death. But then again, we're kind of like walking death because we're on that death cycle. But everything that's dead that we consume has already consumed air and water and minerals. And hey, David Castle, thanks for coming in and joining me.
Not a problem, Robert V. Anytime.
Hey, just in case my computer crashes.
Absolutely. I can keep it going. I know to keep the bus rolling forward.
Yeah, sometimes, you never know when something bad will happen and you're like, oh, that was a good show, except that halfway through the thing went to crap on me.
That's why I take all those options out of my purview. I always try to keep it positive and tell myself that I'm not going to buffer the whole time, because sometimes I buffer a lot.
Yes. Well, and that's the thing, I'll have 5, 6, 7 shows that, hey, Rufus, there's Rufus.
He's lazy. He said he's on strike.
Oh, go figure. I'll have 5 or 6, 7, 8 good shows, and then all of a sudden there'll just be that one chance show that I'm doing, and then all of a sudden, pow, nothing. I mean, it'll just crash right in the middle, and it'll just be the big frowny face on the screen, and it'll be like,
Yeah, we've all had that big frowny face before.
Yeah, geez, I don't know. H2 toxic, add oxygen, add, and it becomes toxic. H2O2 is toxic. Add an oxygen atom and it becomes toxic. I don't get that, Isby. I don't understand what that means. What is toxic? That is toxic.
Is he talking about the carbon dioxide? Once you breathe it in and then you breathe it back out, it's actually toxic for you.
Maybe that's what it is he's talking about. Yeah.
That's true. That's why when they make cars, they don't have the exhaust going back into the engine.
Yeah. Yes. Jackie J says, I love this. I've been studying Reiki and chakras this year. Hey, great. Want to come on and talk about chakras? Let me know. Send me an email. Ooh, somebody sent me an email. Oh, me. Oh, I know. Anyway. Okay. Well, anyway, there we go. That's that. And anyway, yeah, the description, everything is in the description below. So if you wanted to come on, Jackie J, and join me and David, and we'll talk a little bit about the chakras, you'd be more than welcome. Because this show and this channel is all about us, the Soul Tribe, and us sharing our ideas and our thoughts and our information with everybody else, so that we can all be more informed and connected. It's not about what do I want to say? It's not about this isn't all about me. It isn't all about you, David. It isn't all about Isby or Gaza or Lucky Stone or Project Skyfalls. Or Michelle Can-Am-Free, as much as we love her. It's about all of us as a group. and we are a wonderful group, and we're all here to share. And when we share and unite like that, we become more powerful. I had some young guy talking to me today, and I said to him, he says, well, what can I do with all this stuff that's going on? And I said, knowledge is power.
Right.
Just
Absolutely.
learn, know things, study, read things. Once it's up here, nobody can take it away.
How do we grow, Robert V, if we don't share each other's experiences? I mean, you have to open your mind and be able to listen to a different perspective. If you listen to the same perspective your whole life, you're not going to grow at all. So yeah, having an open environment where you can talk and not be judged by people, because you know you might have a different perspective than a lot of people. You know, that's very important. And that's also why they try to divide and conquer from day one.
Mm-hmm.
They don't want us talking.
Yes. They don't want us talking, literally. And then now they're trying to kind of control our speech too. So that's, you know, the thing. You know, so we while we can, we need to share as much as we can, because, you know, years ago, you could only share with the few people that you had around you in your area or your neighbor. You know, and now you can share with everybody. You can share with people across the world, you know, on the other side of the world.
That's my favorite part of this, Robert V, is you get to meet new people and they get to tell you their experiences. And so you can learn from like new people's experience. And if you seem to run upon that same kind of experience, you can remember, well, this person did this in this situation. So maybe you can get further in the experience or the test or lesson or distraction or whatever you wish to label it. Yeah, you can get further in it once you learn how that other person handled that.
Well, absolutely. I mean, just like you shared with me, and that helped me tremendously. And I know you've shared with other people who wanted to learn too. And I hope they got the same benefit. And that was extremely important. I would have never, because I was always like, how do I do this? Remember, I kept saying to you, what do I do? How do I do? And you kept saying, set your intentions, relax, don't overdo it, you know. And little by little, I would set my intentions. I close my eyes and imagine what I want to do, and you know, and there I am, you know.
Well, everybody considers what they're trying to do because it's different than what a lot of people talk about, and they consider what they have to do to be a difficult thing, where it's really not difficult. It's a relaxed thing. You just got to learn to let it go, and you, when you open those possibilities in your mind that's been shut down, I mean, you will have those experiences, because those experiences want to have you. They want you to experience that. So you will attract that.
Absolutely. And we got a show coming up here. I got a guy coming on who's going to talk about astral travel, and learning how to do that and his adventures in astral travel. So that's going to be great.
Awesome. Rufus hates that.
Oh, really? Oh,
yeah.
Have you
he
done?
Jumps on my chest when I astral travel. He will. I watch him as I'm leaving, and he gets up and starts jumping up. He does not like for me to astral travel whatsoever. I gotta wait till he's asleep.
He's probably worried you're going to leave and not come back.
Absolutely.
You know, animals can see that stuff, which is really amazes me. That, like, you know, they say the cats can see dead people, you know, floating off, and dogs and things, they see ghosts and things. They'll be like, and you look at the dog and you're like, what is he looking at?
Yeah, the cats hate the orbs. My dog doesn't mind the orbs too much. My cats, they chase them, and I mean, it's like you have a laser pointer almost at the time. Yeah, they don't like the orbs at all.
Interesting. Genevieve's in the house. Thank you for coming. Yes, she's in the house. Okay, where were we?
She had that disco last night, Robert V. You missed it. It was Genevieve's late night disco.
Oh, crud. Well, what did I do last night? Last night. I remember last night. I was trying to get ready for stuff. I was emailing and stuff, and then I was so tired from the night before because I had that show with David Null. And man, I sure do love that Native American Myths and Legends show. I was wore out. Trust me. By the time I got done with work, I come home, I did a bunch of paperwork and stuff. I was ready. I couldn't have stayed awake. But like tonight, you know, I'm up way. Usually this is way up past my bedtime. So, but anyway, I can always catch it another time. And that was, you know, Genevieve does a good show. I catch it every once in a while. I can't watch everything. I do a lot of studying and a lot of reading, believe it or not.
I love Genevieve's energy. She's always brings the energy.
Yeah, I know. And she's just got good ideas. A lot of times I just listen for a little while to spark myself with some new ideas. I'd love to have her on the show. Genevieve, when are you going to come on the show?
What's up, Genevieve?
Yeah,
come on.
Send me an email, you know, and I'll send you back and I'll make a link and we'll get you on, right? You know, don't worry. Anyway, okay, where were we on the chakra stuff? We were talking about, it was talking about the laws of harmonics, which if you really look at it, it's kind of like notes on a keyboard or a, you know, on a scale, isn't it? Mm-hmm. You know, and hence be the frequency you want to receive, right, people.
Exactly.
You know. So anyway, it says each chakra, okay, the root chakra. Okay, each chakra is sometimes represented as having a number of petals, like a flower. The one with the fewest petals is the root chakra beneath the feet, which has only one. The greatest number of petals at the crown chakra is at the top head, which has 972. I don't know how they came up with that number. I would sure like to know. The number of the petals indicates the frequency of energy at that point. The greater the number of petals, the higher the frequency range and the finer the energy flow. The lower the frequency range, the denser is the energy flow. So apparently you want to have as many petals as you possibly can.
And who wouldn't?
Well, yeah. And that's probably why they call it the crown, because you got all that, you know, on your, you know.
Absolutely.
I'm just trying to make heads or tails of this, you know. So the knowledge of the intertwining nodus and their function was encapsulated by the ancients in the symbol of the caduceus, two snakes, one black, one white, twisting their bodies around a winged staff or a wand. Oh yeah, well, here we go. We're going to share this again. And there's your wand, which is your center, and the two snakes, which are supposed to be black and white, but we're using lots of colors for whatever. According to the caduceus symbol, of flow of energy was within the human entity is not without significance that the caduceus later became the emblem associated with the healing and the medical profession. So you know how those things go, even though that people forgot what it meant, they carried it on anyway. According to, and then everybody looks at it and goes, I don't know what it means, but there's two snakes and a little thing that must be a doctor. Yeah. And nobody knows what it means anymore. According to the ancient teaching, this flow through the nodus into and out of the chakras alternated between both the vertical and horizontal polarities. In other words, it acted like the flow of energy in a quantipolar magnet. Indeed, the human system is a three-dimensional, not two-dimensional, with the vertical axis, which is represented by the above and the below, and the horizontal axis by the symbol of the equal arms across. If you stand from above to below, you can be represented by the vertical line, and that's the straight line up and down, and the right to left and front to back by the equal arm cross. So see, if you really look at it, see the wings there? That's like the cross. And then, you know, you got the vertical line up and down. So you got a cross there. Use your imagination a little bit. I'm trying to. The blinding of these simple representations together result in the symbol of the crisscross thing with the thing and whatever, which express the whole concept. So the vertical poles of the human system are like a magnet, with the chakras acting like rotors. Furthermore, each chakra, each rotor or quantipolar with energy flowing into it and out of it, ongoing energy, and is experienced by the human being through action, and incoming energy is experienced through sensing. So stop the share. There you go. And so I have no idea in medical terms what that means, but I know in like car terms and electrical motor terms that if you have something out of alignment in your motor, and y'all drive a car sooner or later, and that motor ain't running too right, it makes a lot of noise, like clunk, 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 tick, tick, tick. And then you go, oops, something's not right. And you can keep putting more oil in it and you can keep running it. But what happens, David, when you run your car with a clunk, clunk, clunk?
It never turns out the way that you want it to by putting off what you need to take care of.
Well, yeah, that's exactly right. And then, of course, it doesn't have as much power. It's slow. It doesn't sound good. It clunks, it whines, it doesn't start very good either, you know. And then you shake your head and it uses a lot of gas.
And then you start saying curse words and say, my spaceship doesn't have these kind of problems.
That's exactly the truth. That's exactly it. So, you know, when you're doing so if your body's like your car, what do you want to do? You want to, you know, have yourself in alignment. You want to drive your car. You got to add the right ingredients to make your car go. And then you have to do the right things to, you know, put the oil in, which is or the gas in, which is probably the air. You got to have your oil, which is, you know, the water. And then you got to have the minerals, which is the lubricants in the middle, you know, or the body of the car, you know, or something like that. And then when you put it all together, it runs fine. But then there's other elements to it too, because you got to have it all timed right. The timing. See, nowadays, most cars don't have a distributor. They're just that computer thing does it all. And that's your brain. Years ago, you had the distributor and the points, and you had to get the points and the wires all aligned up real good. And then the motors sound real good. And you'd go, wow, that, you know, and you ever go to a car show? You go to a car show, David? You know, you hear, no? Oh, okay. Well, anyway, you hear them old cars and they're just pop, 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 you know, oh man, they sound good. But the new cars, they got that, you know, computer chip and thing, and that does it all for you. So what do you have for a computer chip? Your brain and your spirit inside you that controls all of that stuff. And if you don't have that timed right, I'm just trying to describe it in terms I can describe it. And if you don't have that timed right, all those things are going to be out of alignment and you're not going to get the mileage.
Absolutely.
You're not
but eventually you'll have your Merkaba to travel in pretty soon. So hopefully we don't need all that 3D technology.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. We got some new people in here. Lady Spellbreaker. She says, I'm so tired. And we got Cordeline Ambrose in the house too. And I am missed some ones there. Geez, you know, I don't pay attention for a minute or two, and people are coming in and going out. About energy shift, and I feel like it's on. Oh yeah, Genevieve says there's a solar storm is on the way. Now that yes, solar storm will tire you out because see, we are all electrical beings. As it says in there, you have your positive and you have your negative. And you know, if like I said, if you don't breathe enough, you know, remember when Sarah Horton was on with you and me, remember? And we were doing the breathing. You know, I do that today. You know, I go to work and I'm doing something and I do these really deep breaths, and man, that makes me feel better. I feel more awake and alive. You know,
that's how I always start my meditation out, Robert V. Taking deep breaths and making sure you're getting oxygen to all parts of your body before you meditate. Yeah, that's very important.
Oh, it's good to know. Yeah, because you know, because I feel so good after that. You know, it's like, you know, but then I realize, like when I'm in the house here, I'm reading. I don't know, you know, if you read a lot, but when I'm reading, you know, you don't realize you're probably not breathing very much. You know, it's like, just doing that really shallow breathing.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, your whole body needs that oxygen. So, I mean, just out of nowhere, a few times a day, stop whatever you're doing and just take a real 2 or 3 quick, deep breaths, 4 or 5 seconds where you're taking it in, hold it in, and then release it. And don't release it all at once. You know, take your time and blow it out. 3, 4, 5 seconds, blow that air out. That's, you're cleaning your energy, getting rid of the bad stuff.
Yeah, I did a breathing exercise with, or was it with Sarah Horton too? Or it was Jennifer Roberts. We did some breathing stuff the one time, and it was breathe in and then blow out with your nose.
Yeah.
And then breathe out with your mouth, you know. And you know, that works too. I mean, I never realized how much you know, if you're just breathing, I'm breathing with my mouth and not my nose. And then it's like, oh, I got to breathe in. And I mean, it's kind of, you got to think about when you do it.
Absolutely. And plus, I know a lot of people smoke and everything. So if getting those deep breaths without any like cigarette smoke in it, also, it helps your lungs to keep being able to expand. You're like exercising your lungs. So.
Yep. Let's see. We're gonna go with this. I'm gonna do another paragraph, and then we're gonna go and look at some plants. It says the chakras are located along the line of the spinal column, where strands of fine light energy. You know, I always wonder about the nerves in your back. You know, that go from your brain all the way down. You know, I know they say that's electrical impulses, but electrical impulses are basically light impulses, aren't they? You know, it's something on that, because light, you know, I wonder if that, you know, I'm not no scientist or nothing, but I wonder if that's like a light transfer energy, you know, like finely braided cord, who knows? But it could be. Use your imagination, right?
Anyway. Yeah, keep that option open. Keep your brain open, that option open.
Yeah,
don't eliminate anything.
Well, exactly, because until, you know, so many years ago, they didn't even know what the nerves, they transmitted electrical energy to the rest of your body to make your hands and stuff move. They just thought they were, you know, because they were fleshy material, you know, you know, they just start thinking of all this and they realize this stuff. And now they put little electrodes on people and they shock them, and you can make your hands move or your muscles jiggle and stuff through impulses like that, which is pretty cool. It says the currents of energy alternate in a way similar to that of electricity in electricity generation. It is a simple generator. For instance, the rotors rotate between the poles of the fixed magnet, cutting the lines of force first in one direction and then in another. In the human being, the energy currents alternate between the north and south polarities and the east and west polarities, being a complex vector sum of these at any instance, since the human magnet is not fixed. And this is all linked with the incoming and outgoing breath. See, it all revolves around your breathing. Yep. Even if you don't know what all that other mumbo jumbo is, it's all about breathing.
It all works together.
Yeah. Remember,
because anybody that's breathe. Yeah, if anybody's had an accident before and have hit their head or had a brain injury or a concussion, that's what it's doing to you. You've bruised your brain, and the synapse that tells a certain part of the body to do something, or maybe your arm or leg to move or your fingers to move, you might have to take some time to figure a way to get around that bruised part of your brain to figure out how to use that again. That's why it takes some people, you know, a year or two to be able to walk again or be able to use their arm again, because they've hurt part of their brain and it's went down into that part, and they have to find a new pathway for the intention that they're setting to move something. Yep.
And who was it that was saying the other day, and I can't remember if it was Wayne or somebody was talking about your brain and creating new pathways in your brain by doing different things. you know, do something different, and that, and do it over and over and over, like we were talking, mantras, you know, or writing stuff down. Like I know Lucky Stone, I don't know why he didn't put it in here this time, but he's always putting in here, you know, prosperous, the soul tribe is prospering, we are prospering, da 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 da. And you know, if you keep saying that and over and over and over, and you live it and want it enough, you're creating that new pathway.
Absolutely. And you're eliminating the other options that could go negatively, because you're saying, hey, this is what I'm doing. I am prospering. The soul tribe is prospering. That's not an if or a maybe. You're saying it's happening. So therefore, you're taking the negative part where it wouldn't happen totally out of your view.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yes, you got that. You know, and that's in the Law of Harmonics. I read in there somewhere where you know, if you're too one way and too much the other way, you can't be too factual, and you can't be too you know, just throw things to the wind. You have to be kind of in the middle to be right. And it's hard because some people are one way and some people are the other, you know. But anyway, Lucky, who was it? No. Oh, Jackie J says, I've tried the Wim Hof breathing method and it felt pretty awesome, but I am not consistent with it. Yes, I've looked up Wim Hof, but I can't do the cold showers. I like my hot shower. I really do. I really don't like the cold water. I really don't like the cold water. But yeah, check out Wim Hof. He's got a bunch of breathing stuff. It's all on YouTube. It's really good. But okay, here's something about the organs and stuff. The pragmatic or manic force with the elemental energies charged by the sun comes into the energy body through the breath, is drawn into the nadis and the chakras and the vitalities, the organs and centers of the physical body through the blood, the parasympathetic nervous system, and the endocrine glands. The parasympathetic nervous system, I'm probably saying that wrong, may be considered to be an extension of the nadis and the endocrine system as an extension of the chakras. So there we go again with the breath, and the breath affects the chakras affect the organs affects the nervous system and the glands and all of that good stuff, like a good working motor.
Absolutely. Think about it. If you didn't have air to breathe, you wouldn't be alive in this meat suit that we're wearing right now.
Well, that's what I said in the beginning. I says, if you don't breathe, you can only be around for, you know, some of the best breath holders can hold their breath for 10 minutes maybe, but most of the time 2-3 minutes and you're going to pass out and flop over and turn purple. You know, and that's just the way. You can't live without breathing. And then the next one on the list is water, and then the next one on the list is you know, food. And then, you know, like I said, that's the food is and Lucky Stone was right, you know, it's dead stuff, but that dead stuff consumed water and air too.
Absolutely.
So that's the life energy, and you're eating up the life energy, and we all do that. So it is the way it is. See, there's Lucky Stone. The soul tribe is prospering. I am prospering. We are all prospering together. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Robert. Thank you, Ariel. Thank you, Poyal. Thank you, David. Thank you, Milky Way Soul Tribe. See how nice that is. That's the, I'm grateful. I'm thankful.
Absolutely.
You know, and we're gonna be prosperous.
It's the energy that people are they send to you when they greet you and stuff. They're actually sending you the positive energy, and this energy in this room and these people in this soul tribe is already so strong. You can feel that energy. If you know what your energy feels like, if you meditate and you know your energy, you can feel when somebody's energy is around.
Yes, exactly. So anyway, we're going to go through, what was it? I think Lucky Stone said he had this book. This is a really good book. I don't know if you got this book, but if you get this book, it is really awesome. It's got some really nice pictures in it. It's a Reader's Digest book, condensed. Look at that. It's pretty pictures.
Nice.
It's a hardcover book. It's on eBay for like, $6 or $7.
I like
Yeah.
books with pictures. I'm from Kentucky, so we like
Yeah.
books with pictures.
There you go. You know, and I've been looking through here, and we're just I'm gonna pick something that everybody pick some weed that you know of, and maybe I can find it in here. Think of a weed. Well, not that weed.
I know, that's why I went like this. I went, maybe.
Pick a different one.
What is that milkweed?
Milkweed.
I heard somebody mention that's a healing plant.
Okay. I'm gonna look it up. Let's see if we can find milkweed in here. Yeah, pumpkin. Oh, here. I think these are in order. Oh, look at here. Milkweed. Let's see what it says about milkweed. Milkweed. Milkweed is a native of America, where the Indians discovered its medical properties and taught them to the first English settlers. See, we go back to the Native Americans. Nina, see, she's sitting there. She's just shaking her head with a big smile on her right now. I know she is. Anyway, it says here, the first English settlers of Virginia, as reported by John Gerald Herbal in 1597. The plant's name refers to its milky white sap or latex, which the Indians used for skin ailments and which is still used in folk medicine as a treatment for warts, ringworm, poison ivy, and other skin problems. Some tribes use extracts from the boiled roots for conditions as various as bowel and kidney disorders, rheumatism, worms, dropsy, edema, asthma, and venereal diseases. In the 1800s, American physicians also valued both the sap and the root of the milkweed for their medical properties, particularly in treating respiratory diseases. They prescribed a tea made from the powder of milkweed roots as an asthma remedy and a sedative. Milkweed is found in many parts of North America and will thrive in any sunny open space, from a country meadow to an empty city lot. Milkweed was once cultivated for the silky down from its giant seed pods, which was used to stuff beds, pillows, and during World War II, life jackets. Now, I'm sure you've all seen milkweed, and here's the picture of it. And you know, I used to like to get the milkweed plants, and then I would take them and then you spread the seeds, you know, when I was a kid, or you'd break it off and you'd have that gooey stuff and the ants would go up there and you'd get that on your hand. That stuff was pretty tacky. You know, I always thought we'd rip them out because it's like, wow, that's that weed. Get rid of it, chop it down. You know,
you probably have a lot of things that can help you growing in your backyard, just wild, like dandelions and milkweed. If you got, you know, any kind of weeds growing, you should check and see what they are.
Yes. And this here, it says, Lucky Stone says, gypsum weed is a fun plant. It will really mess you up, but it could be fun. Gypsum weed. Let's see if we can find that one in here. Yeah. J.
Some of my worst experiences, Robert V., worst decisions, I should say, ended up being some of my best experiences. So,
yep. Let's find the JJK. Yeah, I gotta find this. MJ. Let's find G. I wonder if there's a index here. Oh yeah, with tiny little letters. I hope you spelled that right, Lucky Stone. Yeah, because I'm gonna look this up here. JJJ. Well, yeah, exactly. Some of your best experiences are, you know, you learn from your experiences. Yeah. That's for sure. Oh, here, J. Gypsum Weed. Johnson, Jamaica, Jordan, Jasmine, Jennifer, Jesuit, Jesus, Jews, Gypsum Weed, 1221. Oh my gosh, I gotta write this down. They got a whole bunch of pages on this stuff. Okay, we're gonna see. It's all Jamestown. No, it's in here as a Gypsum Weed. I'm doing research as we're talking. What other kinds of weeds do we know of? That would be, have you ever used anything natural, picked it out of the garden, rubbed it on your skin or anything like that?
Well, dandelion's considered a flower, but I think it's really a weed. So, I mean, you can use it, the different parts of the dandelion as well, make tea.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we'll look up dandelion. I looked that one up earlier, and my gosh, that one, there's you can eat the leaves like a lettuce salad, and the flower buds, and boil the roots, and they cure all kinds of things. Okay.
Kidney and liver disease. Yeah, that helps you a lot with your kidneys and liver.
Yeah, exactly. Page 12.
I remember some of this because I was in nursing school for a year and a half.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Can you imagine me walking into your room and say, "Time for your catheter, Robert V"?
No. Okay, 21, Gypsum Weed. They must have mentioned it here somewhere, but I am not finding it in that spot. It's talking about magical melting pot. 226. Let's try 226. 218. Oh yeah, I think I'm getting lucky now. 5, 6. Gypsum Weed. Here it is. There you go, Lucky Stone. Gypsum Weed. Okay, that's what you see the picture of that? That's what it looks like. Gypsum Weed. Okay, I don't know if I've ever seen it. I guess I have. Oh yeah, I've seen that. Okay, it says, although it has anti-somnic and pain-killing and narcotic properties, gypsum is a plant to be avoided. Every part of this weed, which is a member of the notorious nightshade family, is extremely poisonous and may cause death. Gypsum weed was once popular asthma remedy. Asthma sufferers inhaled the smoke of the burning plant leaves or smoked the dried leaves for relief. Because of its dangerous side effects, gypsum weed has been outlawed as an over-the-counter remedy and is rarely used in prescription medicines. The root and leaves were used externally in folk medicine to treat boils and cuts. The American physician and botanist Charles Millspaugh stated in his Medical Plants that gypsum weed was employed as a narcotic soothing drug for epilepsy and neurogenia. I don't know. He also noted, I'm glad you got a medical background. He also noted that it was recommended as an ointment in burns and scalds. According to many sources, the word gypsum weed is a corruption of the common name Jamestown weed. There you go. Lucky Stone was right. Jamestown weed. Wow, he's a really good philosopher. He's like a scientist. The name refers to an incident about 1776 when the soldiers sent to quell a rebellion in Jamestown colony put some of the herb into their cookpot and spent the next 11 days in a state of incoherence. So there you go. Don't mess with that stuff.
Yeah, we've all been in that state of incoherence. We know what that's like.
11 days of incoherence. Let's see. You wanted to look up dandelions. That one's going to be interesting. Dandelions. Dill. Oh, there's dill. Daffodil. Oh, dandelion. And again, they have the nice picture. There's the picture. There you go. Picture of the dandelion. This is quite the book. I like this book. But there's that other book, this one here too, and this we're going to go through a few plants in here too. But anyway, I'm trying to see what everybody has. Good to have weeds growing in your garden. Gaza Cav's backyard there. Gaza knows what he's talking about. You know, maybe Gaza, you should make a video on the weeds one of these days. Good to have weeds growing in your garden. It does collect all the bugs rather than on your vegetables. Yes, he's told me that before.
I saw a video where he had those. He kept certain weeds in there because he showed that the actual insects were attacking those weeds and not eating his food.
Yes. See, Gaza's people are watching your videos and learning stuff. Yes. Gaza's the garden ninja. I tell you. Anyway, okay. Dandelion is much money is spent on herbicides to remove this cherry flower from the lawns and gardens, but the dandelion holds its own, producing seeds. You know, you people might cultivate the dandelions now and not get rid of them. Holds its own, producing seeds with or without pollination and distributing them far and wide. In fact, the plant has many virtues. European settlers deliberately introduced it into the New World, where Native Americans quickly took it up. The Mohicans drank dandelion leaf tea as a tonic, while other Indians prepared a tea from the roots for heartburn. Because the flowers have such a long blooming season, later settlers introduced the dandelion into the Midwest to provide food for bees. Dandelion greens are edible, either as a salad or cooked, and flourish, a rich source of vitamin A and C. The blossoms are made into wine, and dried roots can be ground, roasted, and brewed into coffee-like beverages. The brew from the roots has been drunk as a tonic, and for the reputed diuretic effect that accounts for its common French name, pissenit, or piss in bed, or piss in bed. Dried dandelion leaves make a tea that is mildly laxative, but the most notable medicinal use for the dandelion has been the treatment of liver ailments with a brew made from the roots. Says here, do not eat dandelions from lawns treated with herbicides. Habitat, meadows, roadsides, and lawns range throughout North America. Just tells you how to uses. The flower can be boiled to make a yellow dye. The roots, a magenta one, a tea from the leaves is used as a tonic to promote bowel regularly. Although a brew from the roots is given for liver, gallbladder, and other digestive ailments, only its use as a tonic is fairly well substantiated. Dandelion wine can be made from the blossoms. So that poor little dandelion there has got so many uses, and all we do is throw them out, mow them under. You know, think of all the things we could have been picking salads from our front yard.
And there wasn't like 3 or 4 inches of warnings of what it might cause if you ingest it. Like you get on these commercials that say, be alerted that you might get liver disease or depression, or and they list like 50 things after they tell you what their drug does, and you're like, really? Was it worth all of that just to possibly fix this issue? They're going to give you more issues.
Yeah. Yes, absolutely. Like I know you can go to I've done it, gone to the store and you can buy dandelion tea. It's in the tea section of most popular stores, Walmart. I know my grocery store here has it. You can buy the dandelion tea, and it's actually really good. So there you go. Try it out, people. It's a kind of relaxing, kind of a body cleanser. I don't know. I like to drink it in the winter. I drink a lot of tea. Mix it with another tea, like some green tea and the dandelion tea. Make a bag from each and put them both in the thing, and make yourself a big cup of tea. That green tea is good too. So there you go.
Have you ever had mugwort tea?
No, no, I have not.
I've got some mugwort tea, but I haven't had the nerve. I've had it for about 4 or 5 months and haven't had the nerve to make it yet. Everybody said it tastes disgusting, but it's really good for you.
Mugwort, is that a plant too?
I think so.
Well, let's look it up.
Let's
Look it up. Mugwort with an M. Mugwort. Oh, look at that. There is such a thing. Mugwort.
Mm-hmm.
Let's read about mugwort. You are a genius. Let's see. Mugwort, an old time traveler's remedy. Mugwort protects medieval pilgrims not only from fatigue, but also from sunstroke and wild beasts or demons encountered along the road. John the Baptist wore a column or belt woven from in it the wilderness, according to, or belt woven from it in the wilderness. Oh, so he took mugwort and wove it into a belt. Jeez. According to legend, wayfarers once put it in their shoes to keep from becoming footsore. Even today, one modern herbal remedy, stepping mugwort in water to make a bath for tired feet. Never knew that. Just as useful for the stay-at-home, mugwort earned a place in the kitchen, the clothes closet, and the medicine chest, used by England long ago as a tea substitute, and in the making of beer. This aromatic herb continues to figure as a poultry stuffing in various Eastern European cuisines. Mugwort leaves laid in clothing protected against moths, and in a pillow stuffed with the herb, was formerly believed to reveal a sleeper's future to him or her in a dream. So there you go. Pick some mugwort, put it in your pillow, and have those good dreams. Mugwort also enjoyed the endorsement of the Hippocrates and Discorles as a specific to ease and hasten childbirth. And some homeopathic doctors prescribed it as a mild sedative for women during menopause. The plant was also listed in old herbals as a remedy for palsy and epilepsy. Where can you find it? Roadsides, vacant lots, and riverbanks. Yeah, mugwort is basically from Europe. Mugwort now grows wild in Canada, Newfoundland, Ontario, the United States, New England, Georgia, to the Midwest, Minnesota, and along the Pacific coast. Let's see. It says, according to herbalist tradition, mugwort leaves increase the menstrual flow and facilitate childbirth. Studies on the former use have shown it to be of questionable value. The leaves have also been used as a stimulant in folk medicine, also a practice in doubtful value. According to pharmacologists, mugwort leaves are a natural insect repellent and are sometimes used as a culinary herb. So there you go. Gaza Cab says, I grow mugwort at the front of the house, also protects you spiritually. He says, if you grow it, make sure you grow it in a pot. It spreads like crazy, I suppose, you know. Anyway, thank you, Gaza, for that. Add honey to your mugwort tea, David. Oh, yeah. Jackie J says, add honey to it. Yeah, you should try the mugwort tea and let us all know how it's turning out, because I'm gonna have to try that now too.
All the wizards, it's the big thing. All the wizards drink mugwort tea.
Yes. And
gotta have the mugwort.
I know. Oh yeah, this Mullein. I'm sure you've all seen this one. I want to read this one too, because Mullein. Okay, you've probably seen Mullein before. This one right here. We used to call it skunk weed back home. And that thing grows everywhere. I remember we'd take them, and when they got old, we'd use them as like stalks, like swords or spears when I was a kid. They would grow like 7-8 foot tall, and you take them and you'd, carry them like a stick. You can carry and the little flowers, those little goldfinches would come and they would eat the seeds or something out of them. And I don't know why, but that's what drew the goldfinches. Yeah. Well, that's all right, guys. We are reading your text the way you would be saying it anyway. Don't worry, because we're smart here. Okay, so this one here. Since antiquity, mankind has used this velvety mullein, rhymes and sullen plant for many purposes. From Roman times, the stem stripped of the leaves and the flowers was dipped in tallow, was carried as a torch in religious processions. Yeah, see, like I said, when it was old, it'd be like a stick. In folklore, mullein torches were said both to repel witches and to be used by them. By a similar paradox, one belief held that wearing the mullein leaves ensured conception, while another declared that the leaf placed in a shoe would protect against it. Whichever questionable belief prevailed, woolly mullein leaves stuffed in the shoe were known to keep thinly shod feet warm in the winter. Mullein also has an ancient history as a medicine and a cosmetic. The Greek physician Corales prescribed it for respiratory ailments as a therapeutic use that continues to this day. Smoking mullein leaves, there's something you can smoke. Smoking mullein leaves is an old folk remedy for coughs and asthma. Preparations from the leaves were applied to soften the skin. Women lacking rouge sometimes rub their cheeks with the rough leaf to make them glow, and mullein therefore was dubbed Quaker rouge. In another cosmetic use, the yellow dye from the flowers has served as a hair rinse since Roman times. Where can you find it? Fields and pastures and roadsides again. Let's see. Uses: large concentrations of mullein in mullein make is a desmulent, a substance that soothes mucus and membranes. It is exorbitant and thus effective in the treatment of some respiratory ailments. Mullein leaf or flower tea was given for chest colds, bronchitis, and asthma. Mullein has also been used as a relieve inflammations. Extracts of mullein show strong anti-inflammatory activity in laboratory tests. Oil from the flowers is also said to be good for earaches. Huh. So there you go. Here, I always put vinegar in my ear. Now, my new one for getting rid of an earache is taking a clove of garlic, wrapping it up in a ball of cotton, and you stuff it in your ear, and it'll burn like crazy, but you won't have an earache the next day. So go figure that one. Yeah.
Absolutely.
So that's cool. That is really cool. So what do you think of all that stuff?
It's amazing because they tried to, nobody really talks about it because they want you to take all these chemicals that do other things to your body. And they tried to avoid the natural things that won't hurt your body because it's a business, just like everything else is a business.
Yes. If you can go along the roadside and pick most of these weeds, or go in your backyard and pick some dandelions and make tea and have a salad, nobody's making money on you.
Right. Absolutely.
Isby says, I used to eat pokeweed. Elvis had a song about that. Was it Poke Sally Annie or something like that?
Poke Salad Annie.
Yeah, Salad Annie. Yeah, exactly. Poke Salad Annie. Yeah. I remember that song. Man, I listen to a lot of Elvis. Can you tell? Travis the Brick says, I used to smoke all sorts of herbs. I'd get herbal supplements, crush them, and smoke them. Some are quite enjoyable. Loki Sonzo says, if you have mullein, you don't need cookies. David, I tell you what, you're going to have to try some of that. Let us know how he reacts with that. All this smoking stuff. Man, they smoke everything.
I'm all about having these experiences, you know. I like to
Yeah.
have experiences.
Yep, exactly. Well, by gosh. Now remember, I got this off of eBay. They're on eBay. They're only like $5-6 with shipping and handling. I got one, I got two. I think I got 2 or 3 here, and I'm probably gonna send some out. Did you ever check out that book that I mentioned? It's a very similar to this. Which book did you mention? Oh, I know I wrote something down. I might have looked it up. Which one was that, Nina? Nina, which one? Anyway, I know there's a lag in here, but yeah, we're going on an hour and 15 minutes. Man, I tell you, when we get going, we just go. And I don't know what happened to Zig Zag. He was supposed to be on tonight, and he's like, yeah, man. And then
I thought he was going to be an hour late like he was last time, because remember, he's an hour different than you, and he didn't realize the time change.
Yeah, but now we've been at this for an hour and 15 minutes, and I still don't see no Zigzag. But hey, it is what it is. So maybe something come up, and I didn't catch his.
Life happens sometime. No big deal.
Oh, bro, you didn't read my email. I couldn't. Oh shoot, I didn't read his email. Sorry. Okay, something came up, so he couldn't make it. No biggie. Well, if he listens to this later, he's like, oh, I couldn't make it. Well, you know, those things happen, and I just, I got a lot going on, so I missed it. But hey, I had a good time, and my gosh, I enjoy everybody coming together. I've been trying to do a show nowadays on Tuesdays and Thursdays and then Saturday. And, so I've been trying to do more shows. Because Scotty Roberts used to be on at 9:00. And then Andromeda 7's on Friday. So go check them out.
I love those girls.
Yes, I do. I'd like to get on there more, but a lot of times I'm busy or something.
And Dalibor, he's awesome too.
Oh, Prescription for Natural Healing. I think I got that book. I ordered so many freaking books, Nina. I can't remember. Okay, I'm gonna write this down again to see if that's the book I ordered. First for natural healing. I think I got that one. It's up on the shelf, but I think it's that name. It could be similar, but I don't remember.
And Robert V, it's good that you're doing as many shows as you can while you can, because you never know what the next day is going to bring, because they're coming down on a lot of people. So yeah, you might want to also look into D Live sometime. So in case something happens, hey, if you're not here, if you don't hear from him, check D Live and see if Milky Way's got a channel on there.
Delaney, yes, I remember that. And I couldn't remember which one it was here, but I'm sending one out for you this weekend. I'll try to get it out either Saturday or Monday. So don't you worry, okay? We got this whole box here, but people weren't sending me addresses. I know you sent me an address, and I'm sorry I didn't get it out to you. I bought Lucky Stone says, I bought the Reader's Digest Magic Medicine Plants back in the late 90s. See, Pack Rat is not that bad. Yes, exactly. David, you got this book?
No.
Okay. Well, maybe you should have one of these books. Anyway,
I'll go check tomorrow, see if my local bookstore's got it.
Well, if you don't, I'll send one off to you. How about that if you can't find one?
All righty.
You can find them on eBay. That's where I found this one. Nina says, I have a problem. So many books. I got so many books too. I got this coyote medicine book that I got to read through. And I don't know. There's a lot of stuff in here, a lot of reading. No pictures, a lot of reading. I have to go through that one. I got this. I've been reading on this one here. You see that one?
Yeah.
That way I can meditation. I can be more like you.
if I'm telling you, if you haven't meditated before, if you learn to meditate, it will change your life. It'll change your outlook and your perspective.
And of course, we got one last thing to do today, and that is we're opening up the box. and I'm going to pull an angel card for y'all because
Right.
I just do, you know, because it's one of those things that's really easy. And you know, I don't know how to, I got a stack of cards, and one of these days. No, Delaney, I got your address. It's in my little book. I wrote it down, and I just forgot to mail it out. Okay. I really enjoyed it. Doesn't feel like an hour. 15 minutes, guys, it says. Okay, so I'm going to shuffle these up, and we're going to find out what our card is for the night. Now, remember, if you want this card, this is one I drew. If you want this card, let me know. I'll copy it and I'll send it to you. I don't even know how to pronounce that. I wish they'd make pronunciations. Okay, it's ha hey I'll. I gotta think Hebrew when I say these things.
Oh.
Ha hail. I hail. I hail. I hail. Ah hail. Something like that. But if you say it enough times, it'll work out regardless. Just as like you always say, if you have the right intention when you say it, then that's all that matters. This is gonna be a good one. Angel of refuge and shelter. And it's the patron of spiritual individuals, mediums, modern day hermits, protector of gentle, discreet, and solitary people, transforms solitude into blessing, shows how to find inner harmony through self-evolution. Great source of energy to develop physical abilities. I need this one. Brings calmness, tranquility, rest to end stressful periods of life. Yes, tranquility. Look, we're talking about meditation and all of that, and this is the one we picked. Go figure.
Divine timing.
Yes, it is. Teaches how to find a balance between our personal and public lives, how to act with moderation, and how to keep cleanliness and order in life, work, and house. Teaches how to find the answers for questions hidden inside us. Symbol of meditation, self-love, and solitude. How do we figure these? Meditation. Just talking about it. I didn't even look at these. Couldn't really look at them. I was busy. Anyway, fills us with energy to accept a set of norms and values established by God, the Creator. Provides with relaxation, good sleep, and peace. Brings protection over your family. Offers protection during trials. Cures impulsiveness, aggression, negative attitude. Isolates negative tendencies. Heals phlebitis, hallucinations, wild imaginings, confusion between dreams and reality. Dissolves torments, aggression, lies, betrayal, and breach. Helps in situations like dreams, visions, isolation, alienation, lack of harmony, lack of trust, and discretion. Well, there you go. There you go. That's
Absolutely.
the one. That's that fit the bill for tonight. Remember the chakras and everything. This is the one. This is the angel for that. So, like I said, if you want this card, you want to read up on them, I'll copy off the front and the back, and I'll email it to you if you want to read more about this. And this is really good. I'm going to put this one on top because I want to read more about it. I got that angel book, and
if you feel you're getting attacked, or if you feel that you need an angel, you should read up on the angels and find out what they do. And then you can call in those angels, and they will come and help you. If you ask for their help, they'll come and help you.
Yes, and you got to.
I helped a friend last night. Yes.
Really? Wow.
Yes.
See, now it goes with this little angel book, and I got to do a little more research on this. And it tells how to work the cards and what they can do, and so it's all in the book. If you haven't got, I know Lucky Stone's got the angel cards. What would it be good book recommendation for meditation? Nina says, what's a good book for meditation? David Castle?
I don't know.
You know?
I've learned, I was self-learned. I started listening to a few of the YouTube people that would get on there and meditate. And then what you do is you twerk it for what fits you, because there's really no wrong way to do it as long as you can shut your mind off, you know, and get relaxed in a relaxed position, take deep breaths, and there's no wrong way. It's all about you and what you like to do. Some people can meditate while they're gardening. Dance is a form of meditation for some people. It just takes you to a different place.
Washing the dishes. I know Wayne was always saying he can kind of meditate while he's washing the dishes.
Absolutely.
You know? Yeah. My favorite book ever. Oh, Jackie J says 72 Angels of Magic is my favorite book ever. Anyway, Nina, this is what I got. I got this book here. This seems to be really good. It's easy to read. The wording is pretty big. It's kind of a thick book, but it was I think it was like $15 on it was under $15, I know. Otherwise I probably wouldn't have bought it. And it was on Amazon. I got this one off of Amazon. So it's just called Meditation, First and Last Steps from Understanding to Practice, Ivan Antic. So there you go. It says here, meditation's method becomes completely realized and present existing dimension. The only meditation can be start is truly exists as free of himself from illusion. Meditation or complication, a method which awakens a man to reality. Text. This seems to be pretty good. Like it says, I've read a little bit about it. I haven't had time to read the whole thing yet. It's on my list of reading books. Right now, I'm reading Scotty Roberts' book, the Reptilians book. Trying to get through that. So I put in a lot of reading, man. Lucky Stone says exactly. Meditation requires you to learn from yourself. That's what I developed hiking meditations. Yes. See, so even hiking, I like it. I like it. Good suggestions, David. That's really good. Wow, we're almost an hour and a half. I don't like making things go so long, but we did a lot tonight. I mean, started out a little slow, but we did good. Sorry, Zig Zag, you didn't come. Sorry you were busy, but you know what? We'll do it again next time, and we will be here for another day and everything. But anyway, any last words, David?
Just be the frequency you want to be.
And exactly. And I want to say I am grateful and thankful that you came on, and it was a very enjoyable. You are always welcome on the show. I tell you, it's you give really good insight to things like this. It's just and if you smoke some of that stuff, let us know how it turned out.
Okay, I definitely will. And I always love being around this energy. Everybody's got wonderful energy.
Yes. And remember, everybody, be the frequency you want to receive. See, be the frequency you want to receive. And I love y'all. See you later. And there we go.